It's Money Monday, y'all. And we're still talking about debt. We're going to talk about debt all of June. So hopefully, this isn't a topic that you identify with well. But if it is, your girl is here to help. I'm Jayla. I'm your wealth best friend. It's Money Monday. Let's get started. I am so excited to see you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Hi. I know. Everybody's here for the debt. The goal today is just not to be overwhelmed by the debt. I get it. It's hard. But this is a marathon, not a sprint. So we have to understand that as long as you're taking steps towards paying off the debt or have a plan or a strategy, you're already ahead in the race. It's just going to take some time. So it's Money Monday. Let's get started. Overwhelmed by debt. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Part of life is dealing with new things, new adventures, new everything. Debt is one of those things. And as much as I hate debt, as much as I hate talking about debt, a lot of people are in debt. It comes with the territory. But I choose to see it in a positive manner. I'm in debt. I'm not going to stay in debt forever. And I'm also going to learn from this debt. There are no mistakes. There are only lessons. So I was saying last Money Monday, if I had it to do all over again, and Sallie Mae want to take these degrees back, I would go through law school. I'd still go back. I'd go to law school. But just best believe I wouldn't have those loans. So that's a lesson. And it's a lesson that I'm going to try and instill into everybody who will hear me, especially my kid. Let's hope that she hears me. If not, we have backup plans and she'll learn this lesson the way that I did, the hard way. But just know, you gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Being in debt is uncomfortable because we're all thinking that somebody is going to judge us. Somebody's going to be shocked by the amount of debt that we're in, and it gets overwhelming. That's why we need safe space like this. That's why On My Own Financial exists. It's okay. We have debt. Sallie Mae is right there. She's here with me at all times, and I'm okay with saying that. I was blessed to have somebody who learned about credit card debt the hard way and taught me, nah, that's not what you want to be in. So that's the only reason I don't have credit card debt. That's the only reason why I'm super responsible, because somebody had to learn that hard lesson, and they were generous enough to share that knowledge and information with me. And now I'm sharing it with you. So if credit card debt is your thing, it might be time to stop walking around with those credit cards in your purse or in your wallet or on your phone like I do. I have everything in Apple Pay or Google Pay. So it might be time to just let them breathe. Let them sit on ice and just kind of go through life and see how it feels without the credit cards. I tried it. And it's an adjustment period. Like, I wasn't trying to get away from debt, but it was still like, oh, I'm not gonna just swipe. Like, I have to make sure that the money's in the checking and not in the savings before I swipe, which made me more conscious and very intentional about the purchases. So, I have credit cards, but it's never I'm going to leave a balance. It's, okay, I'm going to pay this off. And most of the time with me, it's I'm going to pay this off immediately or before the bill is due. It's a habit. It's a routine. You guys can do this. Second thing, give yourself grace. At all times, especially as Black women, we have to give ourselves grace. It doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel normal. But once you realize, I made a mistake, and that's okay. You're human. You can give yourself grace. You are giving yourself grace. You're allowing yourself not to be perfect, and that's what we want. You don't have to be perfect at all times. Just be you. Just be somebody who's learning and, try and pass on the lessons that you're learning to others. Pay it forward. 3, set up these payment reminders. Now, I'm not saying automatic payments. I'm saying set up payment reminders. After you've gotten your strategy together, after you know how you're going to be paying your bills and your plan for getting debt free, set up those reminders. I get text messages from some companies. I get emails from others to remind me to pay. And maybe some days I say on a Saturday, I'm going to pay all the bills. Or I actually Mint keeps me on track because they're like, the budget, you sticking with it? What you doing, ma'am? Or, oh, your income is up this month. Oh, you saved this. So they keep me on track. They know, hey, this bill was a little bit higher than it was last year. What you doing? It's nice to have someone or something or an app to keep me accountable. I am that accountability person, and that's the second other. Pay for these very expensive Wi-Fi, internet, AT&T killing me. And the internet wants to be slow. So we're going to go to the phone internet and let's see how this goes. Sorry about that, y'all. But anywho, get an accountability buddy. Like I was saying, I'm that buddy for a lot of people. It just requires that you have trust and faith in somebody and you can speak openly and you feel like you're in a safe space and you're comfortable with being uncomfortable. But once you find that person, you can tell them your downfalls. You can ask them, hey, can you nudge me on this date? You can also make your accountability buddy a computer. Like Google Calendar, you can automate a whole lot of stuff in Google Calendar. I get nudges, I get alerts. You can do the apps like I do. You can have a whole lot of options. I've been practicing Spanish. I think I'm at 330 days straight. And the only way that I've been able to do that, especially the days when I don't feel like it, like I just don't want to do 5 minutes of Spanish work just because, it's nice because I have an accountability buddy that texts me whenever she remembers, because she's on the same journey, duo. That's all it says. That's all that text says, duo. And that reminds me, okay, she's doing it. I'm supposed to be doing it. I have a little time before midnight. Let's get this done. We can do this. So she texts me, and when I remember and she hasn't texted me, I text her 300 days straight. Simple. It does not have to be complex. But I appreciate my friend, and she's, I think, hit a year straight already. And I'm right behind her. And we're studying our Spanish together, but it doesn't take much interaction. And that's what a wealth best friend is here for. Like, she is my, my duo best friend. She's helping me. I need to practice more. I will say that in actual real life, but she is helping me get my Spanish up. And I'm proud of the progress that I'm seeing and making. So if you need an accountability coach, join the Wealth Best Friend community, become one of the besties, or get a financial coach. Like, you have options. Just know that you don't have to do it alone, and it doesn't have to be something that's super tough. It can be a simple 3-letter text message, but whatever works for you. And that's why you got to try different things. Next, all right, this debt. If you're feeling like, okay, and especially with credit cards, if you're feeling like maybe I can't make this payment, maybe this is too high, or let me see if I can get a discount, you should do that. Call your creditors. Figure out if they have any programs going on. Last year, a lot of my clients were bold enough to call their creditors and find out, oh, they actually want to keep my business. Oh, they're willing to work with me. Oh, they understand. So they were doing 0% interest. They'll pay some of the debt as long as you're paying consistently. It just depends on the creditor and the type of debt that it is, but it never hurts to try. I do recommend doing your homework first. If it's credit card debt, I want you to research, which may be as easy as going to your mail and seeing who's been sending you those pre-selected, pre-screened offers, and see what they're offering, so that you're going into your negotiation with your creditor aware and saying, well, I wanted to see if you guys could match this offer that I just got. I'm considering consolidating, and I may just be closing out my account and balance transferring. You don't actually have to be balance transferring, but they don't have to know that. And say, hey, they're willing to give me 0% interest for 15 months, 24 months. What can you guys do for me? Make sure that if you're going to do the 0% interest for a certain period of time, that you know how much the APR is going to be after the 0% interest expires. I need y'all to be thinking that, unless you're going to have it paid off before that. So that's one thing that you can do. You can do this with mortgages too. Quick thought, anybody with student loans or getting student loans here soon, the interest rate will be going up. And as of right now, we still don't have any, clarity on what's going to happen after September. So it might be a good time to start looking at those student loans and saying, hey, I'm going to get serious about this. What's my plan? What's my strategy? What's my goal? Same goes for auto loans, personal loans. Talk to your servicers, talk to your lenders, your creditors. Find out what they can do to help. Because they can't help. Because they need you to pay these bills as much as they act like they don't need it. They need it. Last but not least, if you have any questions about your debt, what you should be looking for, any tips on what you should be doing, go back to the last Money Monday episodes. Like I said, we've been talking about debt all of June. So I know there's a whole bunch of gems. If you haven't seen them yet, please go back and watch those episodes. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's okay to be in this for a little bit. I'm going to check the comments, see if there's any questions, but also, I know y'all are like me, introverts, shy. I'm here. Feel free to DM me like you always do. I appreciate it. You can leave comments, questions, anywhere that you see on my own financial. I will respond. OMG sunflower curls. A surprise. You're out of Sallie Mae student loan debt. See, look at Britt letting us know that it can be done. You can get away from Sallie Mae. Look, she just inspired me. Let me see if I'm gonna slide Sallie Mae some more money. I had about $17,000 that I was gonna give her, but then stuff came up. But I might just do it. Thank you for the motivation. I appreciate that. Congrats, Britt. So excited. Look at y'all. You don't have to be overwhelmed by debt. Just a plan. She's been working on that for years, and she did it. I'm so excited. And she's got her calendar set for reminders for her bills. She is on it. I love her. She's everything, y'all. Check out Sunflower Curls. Enjoy her curls. She has a wonderful Instagram, and she's been roller skating, so I hope to see more of those posts. Kavan, thanks for stopping by. Daily OG from OG. Girl, Greece trip. I'm gonna need more pictures. You guys have a wonderful Money Monday. I love y'all. I will see y'all next week for another round.